Hey, how's it going, guys? Jonah and Jackson here with Toasted DIY, and today we are going to go look at a cool car.
Yeah, so it's a 1968 Datsun Roadster 2000, which are very rare, and it supposedly has the stock U20 and the stock 5-speed transmission, and I think they're asking $2,000, but I don't even remember. We're just going to drive there and see what happens.
All right, so it's not a normal road trip without some snackies.
Yep, we gotta run in.
Gotta run in. We're at Thornton's, and we're about to go get some slushies. All right, guys, our slushies have been acquired.
Yep, and now we have I hope the slushies make it. We got a full hour drive there. That's a stroke away.
Yeah, we got that 4:30 traffic. It's not gonna be fun.
And this is always the worst feeling of like, you just really hope it's worth it. Cause like, I have no clue if this car is gonna be like, you know, good or bad or not. Like, it could be a total ripoff and the guy won't adjust the price at all, you know, cause he seemed pretty firm. And that's the only thing I'm worried about is like, what if it's like a total junk rod?
Yeah,
so,
then we waste 2 hours of our day.
Yeah.
Oh well. At least we get a video out of it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get you guys some B-roll of the drive, and then we might update you when we're close. All right, guys, we have arrived. We're a minute away, so we're about to pull in. Let's see if we can find it and show you guys a little clip of it.
Hopefully it's a whole car.
Yeah, let's hope it's a full car. Did you get many pictures of this, or how did that work?
I had the ones from the Facebook listing, but like he took it down, so like I could still see the ones that he sent me. Some other ones that I asked for, because it was one of those things where he kind of took them like under a car cover. So like you could tell there was a car there, and he showed some of it, but like you're kind of like, huh, what am I looking at?
All right, well we're about to pull in, so let's see if we can find it. Oh, we see it.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if we can.
Okay.
Right there, but it's some.
Actually,
Somewhere in the driveway, so.
Back in the cab, it already looks cleaner than I thought it would. We're here. All right, yeah, let's walk around it. So we got all the glass, no cracks either, right?
Nope.
Yeah, that's good. We got both windows. We even have these guys here, which, oh, these actually don't have the, so like mine has the like little pop-out windows, but I guess they got rid of those. And this is also considered a tall windshield car. The, I think, after 68, the windshields got taller for safety reasons. Some people say they're less desirable with the taller windows. I personally don't really care. It has a luggage rack, which is definitely aftermarket. And look at what luggage racks do to the, just like the rust around the trunk and everything. Also, I'm wondering what happened here. It looks like the Hulk decided to open it.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if it was like, I bet it was locked, and I bet instead of like getting a locksmith or something, they probably pry barred it.
Yeah.
Because why else
makes
would
sense.
that? Yeah. There are some parts in here. Oh, we actually have
Shift boot.
That almost looks like it could be new rubber.
Is this a wet
Oh yeah, that's
stripping?
definitely. There's no way that's original rubber.
Yeah.
That's newer.
It's a little dirty.
Yeah, and these are usually, yeah. Well, they're metal with like an overlay, but yeah, that metal's rough. But these are rare. Having the, because you know you can find the 4-speed ones all day every day, but finding one that's a 5-speed is just so hard. The trunk's surprisingly sturdy too.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look like it's gonna need a new pan in the trunk.
Nope.
The floor pans,
Yeah.
different
Let's show
story.
the floor pans. Floor pans. You got a muffler there. You got a couple holes.
I love being able to see
there.
the muffler.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
It's a nice view. You got some holes in the bottom there. You can kind of see there.
You know what's really cool? The VIN number is I think it's like 001692, which means it's the 1692nd one ever made, like 2000. This is awesome too. Having any type of badging, I mean those are worth fortunes. Having all of the like the tail light, just bezels. You know what I mean? Like having bezels, having the chrome bumper still. I mean, even crap like this, like the lock tumbler, and something like this too. These are always really weird aftermarket things are very sought after, because it's like this was from some random magazine that probably existed in the 70s, and where else are you gonna get one that's designed for this car?
Yeah.
You know. This is cool. Factory gas cap with the lock and key on it. That probably doesn't have the key. I wonder if this thing even have a key.
I like how small the steering wheel is.
Yeah, that I don't know if that's factory. It looks kind of goofy. It could be though, because these cars, like my steering wheel's pretty big, and your knees, because the car's so low, sit really close to the steering wheel. So it could be that small from the factory. Mine has the dash mount mirror, but I think they changed that in 68 to this. They did a lot of safety changes in 68. So a lot of the chrome they made darker because it was like blinding people, like oncoming traffic. So that's why a lot of the chrome will even be painted black now. Mirror being up here. I know that they totally changed, like my Roadster has all the toggle switches, but they kind of changed the whole dash design on this, and I think it's a little less desirable. They added the clock, a couple more gauges too, like oil pressure, a full temperature gauge readout, like a full fuel readout. Mine's a little more basic for sure. Let's see if there's anything in here. Oh wow, there's a few fuse boxes are in there. You got tire rating still here.
Tire rating, nice.
That's pretty dope. So yeah, U20, you know, overhead cam, which is, this engine's a lot different than the R16s that are in all the other Roadsters. It's still a 4-cylinder, but it's a 2-liter instead of a 1.6 liter. And as you can see by the plate, it's 135. Where's that at? Somewhere here. 135 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. I think my R16's 95 horsepower at like around 6,000 RPM. So this was a big upgrade. I mean, what percentage is that? Like almost a 40% increase?
30-40, yeah.
Yeah, which you don't see that. I mean, look at like the new Nismos, right? You're looking at what, maybe like a 5%?
5%.
So that was a lot.
They were bringing it up back then.
Yeah, a lot of OEM stuff. So like that right there, that's a OEM Nabco, made in Japan reservoir. It looks like this is, yep, that's also Japan, so that's Nabco. Those rebuilt, $500 typically. It looks like, yeah, that's an OEM like mechanical fuel pump. I mean, anything that has Japanese writing on it is really good to have in these cars. Even like this valve cover, it's aluminum, so it cleans up instantly and polishes. Even those are a few $100s. So having original rather than aftermarket is great on these cars. So yeah, it's super cool to see. We are missing the battery, obviously, but the only thing that we really know is that it turns over. But we don't really have a total way to check that. I'm just kind of going on assumption. But it does have newer spark plugs in it. It looks like it has a newer like distributor cap, brand new coil. So definitely had hopes of getting it running, it looks like. Potential. If
There's
floor
good
pans,
potential.
The floor pans are definitely the worst part. But luckily these are so, I mean, they're so basic. They're just flat. Like there's no dimension to them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really think it's the end of the world. I know on my 280Z, I honestly started to replace, I bought the floor pans from an aftermarket company. They were a few $100, and man, it was so much work. And my Z ran, so I didn't want to like have to cut through the brake line stuff. This I wouldn't care, but I gave up. Like I ended up taking it somewhere, and I think the guy charged me $2,000 to do all the floor pans and the quarter panels. And they look great, like, and it's perfect. So I probably would expect something like that for this too, which honestly not too bad.
Yeah, not bad.
How many, does it have mileage on it?
It has 67,888.
That's probably correct too, because most people didn't drive these till they rolled over. I mean, it's an old, like it's a 60s car, so like, yes, the gauges do roll over, and I assume it rolls over, right? There's not another zero.
No.
Okay,
yeah,
so yeah.
It's just that.
But I highly doubt that they rolled this. Like my Roadster, I think has 30-something thousand original miles, and that's like, on these older engines, that's a good amount of mileage, especially on a small car like this. So that's probably the true mileage.
Yeah.
A lot of footprints back here.
Little critters.
And this is cool too. Although the top is really gaunt. Oh, there's keys right there. Are those OEM? Oh yeah, look, Nissan Motor Company.
Yeah, Nissan.
Sick. But yeah, even though the top looks like it's useless, having the frame is what's important, because you can get new tops made. So that's definitely nice to see. Another thing I noticed in this one that I love versus mine is you actually have speaker cutouts.
Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't know what those were.
Dude, mine from the factory, you get one speaker and it goes under the dash. Where does the transmission actually shift? Let's find out. She shifts. That's a short throw shifter right there, John.
It is?
No.
Oh,
Did you see how far I
was
have
gonna
to
say, oh, we also have the OEM seats.
Oh yeah. Yeah, these seats are surprisingly in really good shape. Like there's like no, I mean it looks like, I mean there's a couple of small tears here and there, but it looks like they just really need to be cleaned. I think these things would be like almost shiny black, you know, with some good detailing and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're adjustable too, assuming they're not like totally locked up, but I think with a little WD-40, wire brush on the underside, clean up the seats, they'd probably be ready to throw back in there. And they're full-size bucket seats, like there'd be no reason to even replace these. Nope. I guess we need to do some negotiating.
All right, guys, so we just left the Datsun. Woo! Just a heads up, the hood was not on it when we were recording, but there is a hood.
It exists.
It exists. We had to take it off so we could see the engine and everything, but just a disclaimer there. But yeah, so Jackson, how did it go? Let's.
I think it was good. You know, the negotiation was heavy. It was there was no going back and forth, because I knew if I did a price too low, he just honestly, like, I feel like I'd just be offending him. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be annoyed if I were in his shoes, because originally we had agreed on 2,600 and he was gonna bring it to me, but he was like, man, like, let me think on it, because like it's a far drive and like I do have other people interested. He took the ad down like over a month ago, so I was like, well, I guess I lost it. Honestly, kind of glad I don't have to spend the money. And then he messaged me a couple days ago, was like, man, I've been so busy with school and like helping my kids, I still have the car and I haven't parted it out at all. Do you still want it? And I was like, oh man, I was like, I don't know. Like, it's right at that price point where it's like, I think it's a good deal and it's a good price, but it's not like I had to get here right now to buy. You know what I'm saying? I would have brought a trailer if I thought it was an amazing price, you know, but I didn't. So clearly,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, think I'm getting it for a good price. We agreed on 2,400, but it took some straining. You could tell he had some blood vessels, but he was really nice, and he was like, yeah, you know what? I'll do it if you can come get it in the next couple days.
Yeah, so like essentially how it worked is Jackson just said like 20. He said 2,400. He's like, I know you were talking about 2,400, but 2,600, but let's just do 2,400. And then he just kept talking and didn't let him like say no.
Like, you could tell.
So,
I think he was gonna say no.
Yeah, I think he was gonna say no. He's like, I don't know, man. But he just kept talking, and then he's like, you know what? We'll do 24.
I was trying to kind of charm him. Like, I even made the joke. I was like, we'll get out of the driveway, all the parts, like the next couple days with cash in my hand. Like, you don't even have to sign anything. Like, we're out of your hair, man. And I was like, I'll even clean the space up where the car was for you. Not really, but it was kind of a joke.
We said we clean the ground, so.
But yeah, so I guess like, because I know you were looking at it, Joan, and you're probably thinking, man, this thing is rough for 2,400 bucks even.
Yeah, guys, like, just a heads up, I am a like new car enthusiast. Like, I don't do old cars. Anything above the 90s, I'm like, I'm good. But anything below it, I'm like, you know what?
And imagine
it's
if that car,
it's not good.
Imagine like looking at a 350Z in that shape. Like, that'd be a throwaway. It'd be like junkyard.
Yeah,
like,
it's like, dude, I wouldn't even touch this with a 10-foot pole. Like, I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, like, look at all the work that needs to be done to that. Like, that's so bad.
And see, and so I look at it like there's the potential. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna do all the work. I honestly would not be surprised if I never find the time. But I look at it as like, okay, if I need money or if I get bored of it, I know for a fact if I just hang on to it for a year or maybe two, I think it'll be worth a good amount more. Especially, I'm gonna put it in my barn too, so that it's not like getting rained on anymore. But I think if I slowly kind of start working on it, I also have a lot of parts on hand already from all the Datsuns I've had. I think I can get it running and driving pretty easily, and then from there get like the brakes and stuff working. I think that'll already make it, like, and then put the seats back in. I would guess like, I don't know, like $5 to $7 grand as far as the work of the car.
I mean, they are pretty rare, and I mean, it's pretty hard to find them.
The VIN number was just like 1,600. Like, it wasn't even like, you know, they didn't have 17-digit VINs yet.
Yeah. That was it. So yeah, Jackson's gonna go pick up the car. Probably when? Like in the next day or two?
Man, that's a good question, because it's Thursday right now. I basically told him if I couldn't get it within, he said few days. So he said if I couldn't get it within the next few days.
Let's say like 3 to 5.
I told him I'd give him $100 more, just because I that was part of the negotiation I was trying to go for. I don't think I have anything really going on tomorrow.
Oh, you might
have
go get
it
it
going on tomorrow?
So.
Yeah, I'll definitely find someone to help me to push it on and everything and ease the stress. I'm always so stressed out pulling a car, dude.
Yeah, I bet, dude. Like, you know us, like, and especially me, like, I'm driving a 2-seater car with like such a small form factor. Like, we got to drive this big truck.
Yeah, through like these kind of smaller neighborhoods.
Yeah, it's like nice small like suburban town.
Yep. And I'm really in debate on like what to get. I'm like, do I get a dolly or a trailer? You know what? This could be a series maybe. We'll end this one here. Yeah. And then once I get the car, I'll probably do another video on top of this. So stay tuned, where I kind of, maybe I'll do like a full look around of the car. I'll clean it. I'll probably pressure wash it when I get it home. Yeah. Since it's not like it could get any more rusty. Yeah. And kind of see what we're working with the paint. I'll try to get I have a pretty powerful pressure washer. We'll get all the old rust out. But yeah, we'll see how much of the car is like actually left and everything, and what all we're working with. And then maybe I'll kind of talk about the prices of things, because I think that's always a fun part of getting a car that you're not really sure what you're gonna do with. Is just how much is it really worth, you know? Like, did I actually get a good deal, or did I get kind of ripped off? Yep. So guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure that you check out the main YouTube channel, Toasty Bros, and make sure you stay tuned for some more car updates. Yep, we'll be posting more on Toasty DIY frequently, and yeah, just leave a like if you enjoyed. We'll be seeing you next time. Peace.